Greetings, listeners. My name is Astro Phil. I'm an astrologer and spacetime diviner, practicing a grounded approach to the heavenly ecosystem. And this is AstroCast. Welcome, and thank you for riding along. Hey y'all, this is Phil, often called Astro, and I'd like to share something with you. This past year, I was talking with someone about the idea of a podcast where the host is kind of out of the podcast-verse bounds, not plugged into current events, news, or the purported zeitgeist in general. Just wondering how that might sound. And the other person said, well, maybe you should do it. And now maybe I am. In recent years, I've appeared on a few shows and spent a lot of time listening while doing labor, driving. But at times, I recognize that maybe I was overdoing it, at least for me. So I've done several iterations of what I call the infotainment cleanse. Infotainment like information that is also an entertainment product that is asking for your attention. And those have been great, but I've kept meandering back. And while the latest cleanse is more than just infotainment, it includes all news content, all social media, I had never really given it the full honest go until now. And going clean has been extremely beneficial for me. And I wonder how it will mold the nature of this show, my little drop in the great lake of online content. How will it feel to me, or you? I guess we'll see. Because as of this publication, AstroCast is born. The subject material will vary. I have a great appreciation for patently unique work, whether or not true originality is an achievable ideal. When I sense that something like a song, a show, a book is derivative of previous or current work in the same vein, it turns me off. As for astrology content, my issue is that in large part it all feels derivative. To me, the creators all seem to be doing the same thing, saying the same things, but banking that you'll buy their persona. As your out-of-bounds astrologer, I'd like to continue to deviate from that as best I can, while also remaining completely unaware of what's going on in that mediascape. So I will not be forecasting full moons or eclipses, sign changes, or horoscopes. This podcast is not a broadcast. I hope there's nothing broad about it. Just like in my client work, I aim to be specific, busting through the vagaries. I want to penetrate the top layer of astrobabble and reveal what's underneath. The astrology underneath, quote, astrology. The wonderland I like to call space-time coding, which I'll explain in the first true episode. So, to cover my bases, I will say that the subject matter of this podcast will start as special topics in and adjacent to astrology. I want each episode to be an artifact, a token of its time, place, and creator. But also, I want the show as a whole to have a heartbeat. I'm reticent to fasten it to a more defined mission or even schedule. For me, that would kill it. That's the idea. This show, the AstroCast, is alive. It's my buddy. And we hang out when it flows for both of us. So, a bit about me. In case we haven't met or worked together before, my name's Phil. I live in the sticks of Appalachian, Kentucky, semi-off-grid, with my wife and 2 kids, at the moment 1 and 4 years old. I do astrology work online, and astrology is a big part of our lives here. It's the family cosmology. It's how we make sense of things, and it's an important guiding force in our family culture. I got into astrology in the mid-20-teens. I was living in Richmond, Virginia, along the James River, and I had a series of encounters and relationships during a Uranus transit for me, where the astrology kept presenting itself. I'd never looked at it before. I didn't even know my sun sign, but then I became obsessed, like really obsessed. And it elevated my life experience so significantly, I never let it go. There's a storybook of details there, but for the sake of brevity, I'm not going to open that right now. In addition to astrology and dadding, I do a lot of work on the land. We are on over 30 acres of mostly forest, with a sizable campus of gardens that we work with. We live in a sort of valley in the bottomland where the soil is super fertile and mineral rich. And there are springs everywhere in the hills. That's probably the biggest deal to me. We plumbed our house with spring water that gives itself from a spring in the woods about 1,000 feet behind our house. We lived 3.5 years without running water, 1.5 without electricity, and we have worked really hard to establish ourselves here with the land, and within a population of highly skilled people. My wife, Sacha, and I were suburbanites, then sojourners and city dwellers, before we met and found our place of gravity. It's home to 2 parents, a flock of ducks, a wonderful watchdog, 2 cats, and 2 kids. And some of them will probably make their way into the background, if not foreground, of these recordings. This land has been a part of our family over 6 years. We call it Plantasia, after a piece of synthesizer music by Mort Garson from the 70s. Check it out if that's up your alley. It's not derivative, I promise. And I think that about does it. I hope we can all find some benefit from this venture. My first AstroCast will be out probably before you ever listen to this, or even know I published it. Just a drop of H2O in a great lake, but hopefully in a way distinguishable. I'm Astro Phil, checking out my website, outofboundsastrology.com. Thanks for lending your ears. All blessings, y'all, all around.